The time is 9:30 a.m. Do it again just in case I was too fast. 9:30 a.m., July 1st, 2026. Hold on, sorry. Eastern Standard Time. Trying to get it centered. Okay, today is July 1st, 2026, at approximately now 9:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm coming to you live from my back porch in Cape Coral, Florida, if I didn't say that already. And it is almost 90 degrees again this morning. Let me see if I can look better. And you can see it better that way. The humidity is higher today. It's at probably 61%. 62. I'm showing you the temperature because you need to know the real temperature and not the what do they call it? The feels like temperature. I'm not asking for the feels like temperature. I'm asking for the real temperature, which goes at several levels for Angela. Hot, real hot, Death Valley hot, and then this one's inappropriate, but this is what I think. Balls hot. It's hot as balls out here because I imagine that men, when they're hot, their balls get hot. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, that's what I imagine it as. Oh. So yesterday I was talking about, well, maybe there might not be any dinosaurs. You know what I'm saying? And then I started thinking yesterday, well, what about, hold on. What about dragons? There was dragons, right? So if there was really dragons, wouldn't that be dragons they were putting together? Maybe they're trying to say, well, dragons were just a myth. But then, like, I don't know if this is going to happen. But I'm just saying, like, what if a dragon appears? You know, like it says in the Book of Revelations. What are we going to do? I'm just saying, like, what are we going to do? It's pretty big. It's got lots of heads. Anyways, I believe the Bible. That's why I say things like that, because I want to know more than just make-believe stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that dragons are make-believe. Like, I don't really... I'm going to do another video tonight, so this video won't be very long because I'm starting a new series, and I got the thumbnail made for it already. It's the Book of Revelations, and tonight we will be reading chapter 1 and chapter 2, about in between 8 and 8:30, because I got to get ready after Jeopardy. And because I'm going to do it outside in my yard, and usually we have some pretty all right sunsets, or like if it's raining tonight, then I'll do it from the porch or inside the house, because sometimes it rains sideways and that'll just cover the whole porch, and it does that sometimes. So we have to be prepared for hurdles that'll be put in our way. Charged everything up, so we're good to go there today. So the Book of Revelations, we're going to read that one out loud, so we can all get on the same page, at least everybody who watches my channel. I estimated and I looked at all the streaming places I have it on, which is BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube. And I just want to tell everybody thank you for watching me. And if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be great, because it's free. Anyways, moving on. So dinosaurs... What else, you know, and I'm really being serious about this. What if it really is dragons? And then they're just piecing it together to form their story. I mean, that'd be kind of wild. So Sony in the UK is taking down some of their movies that some of the people paid for. You know, because you can download movies onto your PS2, PS5, whatever number it's at now. It's like, anywho. And they're not going to give any of the customers their money back for movies that they bought, that they're taking off of their platforms. Movies, games, all kinds of stuff. I mean, that's kind of wild that they're just like really sticking it to you. That's why you should buy DVDs. I have lots of DVDs. And people should probably start buying it. You should probably get a DVD player. Because when they really start doing all the censorship and everything, it's going to be good for people to have a DVD player, because things will be have to go back kind of old school, but not that old school. You know, like get a DVD-R burner. That way you can make your DVDs and then pass them out for people to see. Because it's going to get like that. Censorship's going to get bad. I mean, you already hear the communists talking about it. You know, Laura Loomer and Mark Levin. That's communism, bro. But it's like, oh, we can do it to you, but don't do it to us. We still don't know what's going on with the Iran war. I'm sure something was about it this morning, like they blew up some more stuff, or, you know, because it's not going to stop. We blew up some more stuff. Walked out. They're not gonna. They canceled the peace negotiation deals in Switzerland. It's just like, it's like the world is literally going crazy right now. Oh, but a good thing, you know, the Supreme Court said that all the states can make their own laws about keeping dudes out of women's sports. You're never going to be a woman. You can't be. Just because you cut off your dingling doesn't mean that you can be a woman. And most, except for the crazy ones, they are on the same path as me, because you'll never have your period. You'll never know. Oh, I got something in my eye. You'll never know what it's like to give birth. You don't know what the hormones are like when they change up and down in your body, and you can't control it. Even though you try to with vitamins and other things, it just happens. You get cramps where it feels like your insides are trying to come and be your outsides. You may get nauseous. I mean, there's all kinds of things. You never know what you're going to get. It's like rolling dice. You don't know what you're going to get. And that's what women can go through. Do all women can act differently too? They have different points of view on it. And that's also why only women should be helping women give birth. There shouldn't be no men there, unless they got to carry something heavy or something. That's the way it should be. It should be all women, because women know how it feels to give birth. And like if I were to give birth, I would want experienced women in the room with me. And also for everybody to know, if you smack my baby, you're probably going to get smacked back, because I'm going to not put up with that, or poke my baby. That's not going to happen. And some people will say, well, Angela, you'll be in so much pain, you won't be able to do anything. You don't know Angela. What's mine is mine. And if I ever had a baby, that's the way it would be, because it's mine. You don't get to touch it unless I say you're allowed to. And that's exactly how I feel about that. What else was there? Oh, the Netherlands, they murdered a 12-year-old. Yeah, they put him down like a dog, you know, like, so is that where we're going? Because you can euthanize your dog or your cat when they're too old or sick. Are we going to euthanize our old people and our young people when they just don't feel like dealing with anything? So that's where it's going. It's happening. They're trying to fight it in Canada. You see, when we talk about other countries, it's because it will affect us. That's what these people want. They don't give they don't care about anything that would be normal or civilized. Because it's not civilized to kill children. Okay, that's not civilized. It's not civilized to murder, rape, and kill. Okay, that's not civilization. That's sickness. That means you have a serious problem. Sorry, my allergies have been bothering me. It's because it rains and then things are getting all pretty and green. I love that. So we're just going to do that. Let's do that again. Wow. So this is Lamentations 1:18. The Lord is in the right, for I have rebelled against his word, but hear all you peoples, and behold my suffering. My young women and young men have gone into captivity. Our young men and women have gone into captivity. And another thing I kind of noticed, I'm going to read this again real quick. So, the Lord is in the right, for I have rebelled against his word, but hear all you peoples, and behold my sufferings. My young women and young men have gone into captivity. Lamentations 1:18. So that's what's happening right now. All the young men and women have gone into captivity. And I bet you're wondering, well, Angela, they're still walking around with mostly their phone in their faces, not actually communicating with other people. And the last 20 years, because it's been not 20 years, maybe 20, cell phones and the internet have ruined everything, and they know it. People don't talk to each other anymore. I don't hear no kids. There's plenty of kids in this neighborhood, and you don't hear them out playing ever. Any day now, it's supposed to be summer, summer break, so all the kids should be out and stuff. And you don't hear them. They're all inside the house. I know it's hot outside, but we didn't think about those things when we were younger. We thought about staying the hell away from our parents and hanging out with our friends and doing things that we probably shouldn't have done, but we had fun at it. We experienced life. We weren't in the house all the time. And those MK Ultra documents are coming out, and they're saying Charles Manson was CIA. Just think about that. How many people did they release on society that were crazy? He didn't kill nobody. You know that, right? He only got other people to do it. Like they were testing it. And look what we see now. We see young men and women wilding out, acting wild, and thinking that everybody, like all white people, are out to get them, and anybody of a light skin color other than theirs. I mean, that's serious mind control, because it wasn't like that before. And then people can say whatever they want, but I remember. It's like, on the for real, it's like Obama got in office, and then, like right before he got in office, wasn't that Trayvon Martin? Or was that later? I think he was already in office. I think he was, because he became president when I moved across the country to New Mexico. New Mexico, the state, not the country. Mexico, not not Mexico, the country, New Mexico. It's one of the states in America. Some people get that really confused. So I wasn't living in a very well populated area. So all the crash and all that stuff from 2008 really didn't, it affected me a little bit. And that's the reason why we moved to New Mexico, because it was cheaper to live there. And then all that other stuff came about, Trayvon Martin, and then all this other marching and blah, blah, blah. And then it just seems to be getting worse, and they're ruining their own country is what they're doing. And they can't even see it because it might be the drugs, like Percocet, Vicodin, Loratab, Somas. These are all mind-altering drugs. Seroquel. Seroquel's not good. I don't think anybody should be taking it. Most of those psychotherapist drugs are really, really bad. You do the trazodone shuffle. So what are those drugs doing to these people's minds? Because most of these women that are acting all crazy and shit out there, most of them are on these drugs. Maybe that's the question people should start asking. So what kind of pharmaceuticals do you take for your health and your mental stability? Because I think it's affecting people. I really do. And I've said this for many years. It didn't take just like recently. I've been trying to get all my friends to get off all those drugs. They don't like it. Then when people tend to start to feel healthier, they'll stop doing what made them feel healthier. And then, oh crap, let me do that again because it's going to make me feel better. It's like, why not just keep doing what makes you feel better? That's what I'm trying to do. I take a lot of vitamins, and I have for most of my life. Excuse me. Got the burps today. In a world of chaos, to feel this calm is actually quite nice because, the last few years have not been calm for me. It has not been easy. And when you feel like no one's going to believe anything that you're saying because you're having a hard time believing what you're even seeing or hearing or anything, it makes you really double question things. And I'm questioning a lot of things now. Like, I really want to know if there's really dinosaurs or if they're just dragons. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to, whatever. But where do they get their information? I want to know exactly how it's processed because I have a feeling that it's just one big loop of pukaki. What else did that lady say? Oh, Colorado's on fire. Like by Colorado Springs. Like there's a big fire out there, but they didn't have a big winter like everybody else did in the country. It didn't snow there as much, so it's going to be much drier, which means that the Rio Grande, the part that goes through Truth or Consequences, is probably not going to be as high this year because it all goes let down and then through the dam at the Elephant Butte. I believe that's how it goes. A lot of people depend on certain things working a certain way. So if they keep doing what they're doing and it's messing certain things up, the farming is definitely going down and nobody cares. And what I mean by that is nobody in the government actually cares. They have what they need. It doesn't matter how much we complain, or which I'm complaining right now, I guess, huh? It's like, yeah. And sometimes it feels like we're absolutely getting nowhere. When we are, we're getting right down to being enslaved. You see where the Pentagon, this is what they called it, cells from unborn babies. They've been doing tests with it, and that's where your aborted babies go. Allegedly. Allegedly, the government takes the body parts they suck out with little vacuum cleaners. They really try to get the baby whole so they can do better experiments on it. They really like it when they can keep it alive and you don't know about it. That they really like that, especially Fauci. You know, we have a very large group of people that need to go to jail, and we focus on one or two every time we turn around, but it's all of them. It's all of them. The king, the queen, all of them need to go to jail. All these people need to be punished. All of them. Not just some of them. All of them. And how far does that go? Because in history it shows that the children of our enemies always come back for revenge. So what kind of stance do we do with that? I want to make the right choices, is why I bring up the things that I bring up. I really do want to make the right choices. I don't want to make any more wrong choices, because I've made a lot of them. Some of them are really fun. I'm not going to doubt that. When I say fun, I mean I used to have a lot of fun. Probably too much. I only wanted to make a short video because tonight we're going to read chapter 1 and 2 of the book of Revelations. And then we're going to do 2 chapters every night until we're done. I don't know how many days that'll take. I guess I'll have to count it out today, because I already started reading it again and getting some of the words. I'm getting prepared so I can pronounce the words properly. Don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm sure going to try. I wanted to tell anybody whose birthday it is today, happy birthday. Seriously, happy birthday. Happy born on date. You were born this day, however many years ago. We're glad your soul's here. Hopefully it'll be fixed and not so damaged by the time you get to heaven, because that's what's happening. People don't want to believe that. They think that everything just snaps in. It's all A-okay, but it's damage to the soul and the spirit. There's damage there from the chaos and the things that go on here on earth. It's true. And Jesus loves everybody. He takes time with every single spirit and soul that comes in. He knows what's going on. It's not just like, oh, I'm just, making stuff up as I go along. I'm not. What I am making up is a lot of sweat drips. That's why I brought the rag. I mean, I sweat a lot. I mean, it's not like it's 90 degrees out here or anything. All right. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference, living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as a pathway to peace, taking, as he did, this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever in the next. God, thank you so much for the rain that we got in my area last night. Thank you so much for all the knowledge that you've bestowed upon me, and I greatly appreciate everything that you give to me, God. In the name of Jesus, amen. Always remember that you are loved. Let's go down some more. That you are loved. You are very important, and you are smart, and Jesus said to always seek and you will find. So keep seeking so you can keep finding. That sounds ridiculous, right? Whatever. Also, I wanted to say something. So my grandma, so I love that lady. My grandma used to say, I believe I've said this before, but I'll say it again. My grandma used to say, a little powder and paint makes a girl what she ain't. So I'm thinking if grandma was here right now, one, I would show her what the gay pride stuff is doing because I'd like to see her reaction because she'd tell me that it wasn't true. But I would change it and I would tell her, well, grandma, you know what it is now? A lot of powder and paint makes a boy what he ain't. It's great. I thought it was great. Hopefully it made you laugh too. And that's where we're going to end it, with a nice little laugh on dudes that are dressing like girls. Laugh at them all the time. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you at approximately 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.